We had... So my name is Stephen Wilson Jr. and I'm from the Stephen Wilson Jr. Group. And this to my left is Temmie. He's on the drums. And this to my right is Wes, and he's on the guitar. And you do some backing vocals as well, don't you? And other stuff. The rest of the band are over there somewhere, chilling. So we have a keyboardist, another guitar, bass. And sometimes we actually have brass and percussion. So we can go up to 10 pieces at times. If we can afford it, of course. He's going to say I'm a narcissist. As people are aware these days, naming a band is really difficult because you Google anything and someone's already got it, you know. And I like the idea of the Edgar Winter Group. It's pretty much from that sort of old school, early 70s sort of Edgar Winter Group, that kind of thing. And we like the logo that Jim came up with. So our guitarist is a graphic designer, so he came up with the logo. And that was it. It was easy then. It's done. We don't have to worry about that. We can crack on with the actual music, you know. So that's pretty much. Naming a band's a nightmare, it really is. Right, so I'll start with the fact that me and Jim, the guitarist, went to go and see Funkadelic and Parliament at the Ritz in Manchester. And we kind of went, I had a few tracks in the box in the studio that were quite funky, so we said, well, should we do something like that? Because we're both big fans of the early sort of Tower of Power, Funkadelic. So we sort of decided to set some up, and the weird thing is we were looking for members, because we recorded a few things already, and I met these two boys together, because they walked into a bar, which was like a jam night that was going on, and they both walked in, and I went to my wife, I said, them boys are going to be in my band. So I was a bit drunk, right? I waltzed over, and you can finish the story. You can finish this story, Tim. So what happened then, Tim?
I mean, it was pretty straightforward after that. We had a little short meeting outside in the rain. And he was like, "Oh, yo, I've got these tracks for you. I think you're gonna love him. Come to the studio tomorrow." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? We'll actually show up and see what's up." He wasn't expecting us to actually turn up. He didn't think we were gonna turn up, but we showed up. He played us the tracks, and that was it from there. To be fair,
Wes was supposed to be playing percussion, right? And then halfway through this sort of rehearsal, he says, "Oh, can I have a go at your guitar?" And I said, "Yeah, of course you can. Have this." And he played the guitar. I went, "Yeah, just keep that on, mate. I'll just sing."
Steve used to play guitar, but now you have so many wonderful, wonderful things to do with your hands, including tambourines and cowbells, because you don't need to do a guitar anymore. I can do that. You're wonderful at guitar, Steve, but you're also wonderful at throwing cowbells at people's heads mid-song, and and just tambourines around the stage, and whatever happens in that percussion box.
That's my USP.
But yeah, it's good playing guitar. I didn't mean to play guitar. I was going to enjoy playing percussion. I was enjoying it. I still enjoy the one song on percussion, and it's nice. But yeah, guitar is fun.
Yeah, and the rest of the boys, I've played with JJ on the keyboards for years. Jim's my best pal. We were doing a project together. And Doyle on bass. It was a bit embarrassing because I phoned him up and said, "Listen, Doyle's another fantastic guitarist in the band." And I kind of said, "Do you fancy going on bass guitar?" And he went, "Oh, I really fancy playing bass." So it was perfect, it's perfect. Couldn't ask for a better band. Set of lads, you know what I mean? Oh, that's easy because we invented the word when we first started. Mankadelic. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Favourite show was probably the Manchester Ritz, and we supported Tower of Power, and it was packed. Now, normally if you're a support band, you sort of play into the people coming in, and and I said to the boys, I said, "Listen, we'll be playing to a half-empty room, and it'll get a bit full halfway through the set." But we walked on stage, and it was absolutely rammed to the back, and they were really nice to us as well. They're real old school Chicago funk brass thing ensemble. And I remember they watched us from the balcony of the Ritz, and one of them said to one of us, I can't remember who he said it to, he says, "I don't know what you guys are doing, but just keep doing it." That was one for me. Have you got a favourite one?
That's the same.
That was a moment. Oh, go on, Seth.
Oh no! Don't do this to me, man. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's a difficult one for me. I'm gonna give this away.
I've heard your music in your car.
Yeah, he has a lot of opinions about what I listen to. For me, it's a bit of a different one because I come from a gospel background. So I've always been in love with gospel. It's always my go-to. But nowadays, I think I'm leaning more towards a bit of like a modern jazz. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you?
I don't care.
He doesn't like jazz for some reason. Come on, man, it's amazing. I think that would be about it for me. Jazz, obviously I love my funk, which is why I enjoy being in this band. So I think that'll be it for me, gospel jazz.
Guilty pleasure.
We got to stay with jazz. It's kind of a thing. We try and sneak jazz into some SWJ songs, and sometimes he notices, sometimes he doesn't know, and they're the best ones where we sneak a little bit of that in there. And he pretends not to notice sometimes, but jazz is, it's very nice. I don't know, maybe older school jazz, not modern jazz, like walking bass lines and kind of stuff where we can sprinkle that in SWJ, because it's a nice mixing pot of all of our music tastes, and all of our personalities definitely come to fruition in a lot of the songs, which is really lovely to be. Some of them do. Sometimes we don't very well, and you tell us off for played a bit too much of this and a bit too much of that, and that's
jazz
fair.
chords.
Jazz core.
Jazz chords made for college students. I'm a ABC. I love ABC. So I like ABC's structure of song. I love the Lexicon of Love album. It's really peppy pop, but also produced by Trevor Horn. And you can't beat a bit of Trevor Horn if you know. So yeah, a bit of ABC late at night. So obviously, since the COVID thing, bands such as ourselves are finding it a bit difficult. Gig-wise, a lot of venues went, a lot of people moved on. So we kind of concentrated on studio stuff. So we're putting an album out in the next week or so. And then we're going to literally crack on straight onto the next album, because we've got all the material for the next album. All we really need to do is sit down and organise it. A couple of festivals over the summer. Self-promote, self-promote. Your own gigs. This is the only way we can do it now. So we're coming up with strange ideas of how to get the band out there, but it is difficult to suss out what to do with an original band. If we wanted to do a Parliament tribute band, we'd earn a lot of money and have a lot of gigs, but we don't. We want to be us.